What if Anakin Skywalker saved his mother? Let's explore the depths of it in this video.
Stay with me, Mom. Everything...
Anakin's voice cries out desperately as he stares at his mother's battered form. Shmi looks up weakly at her son, unsure if what she's seeing is real. After a month of captivity, it had gotten difficult to tell what was real and what wasn't. But as he cradled his mother in his arms, she realized her son was truly standing there. "Mom, I'm going to get you out of here." The sight of her son, now grown up and looking like the Jedi she had dreamed of him becoming, fills her with a renewed hope. Shmi squeezes her son's hand as she lifts her head, filled with a new will for life. Anakin carries his mom on his back and sneaks past the Tuksen camp. Though he wants revenge, he has bigger priorities and carries Shmi to safety. In Lars's camp, everyone is shocked to see Anakin survived his journey, and even more shocked that Shmi is still alive. That disbelief is replaced with joy as they tend to her injuries. Though Shmi is badly wounded, seeing all her son has done for her gives her the will to live, and she begins recovering. Anakin believes this place is too dangerous for them, and Padme grants their family some land on Naboo. Meanwhile, Anakin and Padme depart for Geonosis to save Obi-Wan. Before they leave, Shmi and Anakin share a private conversation. His mother tells Anakin how proud she is that he is becoming the kind and brave Jedi he was destined to be. She then assures him not to worry about her. As the two depart, they say their goodbyes, and Anakin leaves feeling at peace. He doesn't suffer from the trauma of having his mother die in his arms. If anything, the experience has had a positive impact on him, as he knows his mother will be taken care of. It was as if a weight had been lifted off his shoulders. They manage to rescue Obi-Wan and learn about Count Dooku's plan to start the Clone Wars. But despite the troubled times ahead, Anakin is more at peace with himself. From the angry youth, he's emerged from his experience wiser. He learned not to obsess over all the what-ifs and trust in the Force by letting go of his attachment to Shmi. The Jedi take notice of this newfound maturity and begin to give Anakin more responsibility in the ongoing war effort. Anakin embraces these challenges, throwing himself into training and doing his part to end this conflict. Anakin now fully embraces the Jedi teachings, no longer having his attention clouded with emotions. This allows him to fully harness the Force and become a master duelist and Force user. With these skills, Anakin becomes a legend throughout the war, winning countless victories in the name of the Republic. However, he also becomes famous for his compassion for the people across the galaxy. Though he no longer suffers from his attachment issues, his kind heart remains, and Anakin often goes above and beyond to help the people he deals with. This pleases the Jedi Council, who sees this as Anakin accepting his role as the Chosen One. They shower him with praise and welcome him wholeheartedly into the Order. It isn't just the Jedi who notice Anakin's rising star. Palpatine sees Anakin's success in the Clone Wars and senses the power in him. He begins to mentor him, acting as the father figure that Anakin never had. With this close relationship, he would also begin planting the seeds of doubt. The Chancellor would try to turn Anakin against the Jedi and sway him to the dark side, but Anakin remains resistant to these efforts. Without the fear of loss that Anakin would experience, he is far more confident in his abilities and trusting of the Jedi. He simply takes this as Palpatine not understanding the Jedi ways. This becomes increasingly frustrating for Palpatine as he searches for ways to get to Anakin. Eventually, he notices how close he and Padme are and uses that against him. Palpatine would begin sending Padme on dangerous missions. These would be under the guise of diplomatic efforts to end the Clone Wars. However, many of these missions were close to the front lines or had their information leaked out, putting the Senator in danger. On more than one occasion, Anakin would have to intervene to save her. Seeing his wife nearly lose her life on multiple occasions would cause Anakin to become protective of her. This worsened when Palpatine began sending him dreams of Padme dying in different missions. However, they would get a reprieve after the Battle of Coruscant, as Padme reveals she's pregnant. This was joyous news for the young couple at first. It was a welcome change, as it meant Padme would remain away from the field. But the relief Anakin felt soon disappeared as he began to get visions of his wife's death. This time, instead of dying on some far-off planet while on duty, he saw her succumbing to the strain of childbirth. Anakin woke up with a cold sweat, feeling his body shake as he heard her screams in his head. The recent battle had already put him on edge, as Coruscant was supposed to be one of the safest planets in the galaxy. But it did not stop the CIS from penetrating its defenses and nearly capturing the capital of the Republic. Palpatine sensed all of this and smiled. This was the crack in Anakin's defenses that he was looking for. While most of the Jedi Council was away, Palpatine would have an opportunity to get into his head. They continued to meet several times, with Palpatine mentioning Padme's pregnancy and bringing up the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise, hinting at the ability to save someone from death. These stories intrigued Anakin, as he questions how someone could cheat death. Seeing this opportunity, the Chancellor offers to make Anakin his liaison to the Jedi Council, allowing him to become a Jedi Master and access the archives for this information. Anakin says he will consider it, but as he leaves, he reports these findings to the Jedi Council, saying he suspects there is more to the Chancellor than appears. The Council is concerned by this news, but lacks the evidence to act. They agree to allow Anakin to spy on the Chancellor for them. However, they do not grant him the rank of Master. It's difficult for him to accept, as he feels his loyalties are being torn. As he departs, Yoda speaks to him.
We thank you for reporting this to us, young Skywalker.
Of course, Master. My loyalty is to the Jedi.
Indeed. But a difficult position the Council has put you in. Apologize. I do.
I understand why you did it, Master. But thank you.
Understand, Skywalker. Master or not, worthy you are to stand with us.
It was a small exchange, but a powerful one for Anakin, who feels validated hearing these words. Seeing him grow from an immature boy to a valiant defender of the Jedi, the Council has much more respect for Anakin, assuring him that he is on the right path, which helps put his disappointment to rest. It doesn't quite put his fears to rest. Anakin continues wondering what will happen and whether he is strong enough. This leads him to contact his mother in secret to talk with her. Shmi is pleased to hear from her son, but quickly sees the doubt in him and asks what's wrong. Before he even realizes it, he's telling her everything that happened in the last few days, from Padme's pregnancy to the dreams he's been having, and the conflict between the Jedi and the Chancellor. When he's finished, Shmi simply smiles and tells him that he worries so much about the power he doesn't have without realizing what he already can do. She tells him how before Anakin saved her, Shmi was prepared to die. She was in constant pain and had lost her will to fight. But seeing her son gave her new hope. Shmi tells him that what Padme truly needs isn't some ancient power, but to have her husband by her side to love and support her. Inspired by this, Anakin thanks his mother and promises to contact her again soon. The conversation helps ease the fear in Anakin. For the next few days, he continues playing his role to spy on the Chancellor. He goes along with everything the Chancellor says, letting Palpatine believe he's finally won over the young Jedi. Eventually, Palpatine reveals himself to Anakin, explaining that he is a Sith Lord and offers to teach him everything he knows. Anakin says he will consider the offer, but as he leaves, his head is filled with different thoughts. The entire Clone Wars was made because of the machinations of the Sith, all the people who died, the countless dangers they faced. All of that was because of Palpatine. This fills Anakin with righteous fury as he reports everything to Mace Windu. As he reports everything, Mace gathers a strike team to confront the Chancellor. As they prepare to depart, he notices Anakin and smiles. I sense you wish to join us, Skywalker. I didn't know a Jedi Master could determine such things with the Force. They can, but one doesn't need to be a Jedi to read a face. Now come on. You would let me join you? Of course, Anakin. You've proven yourself a loyal member of the Jedi Order. I see no reason not to trust you now. Now hurry, young one. You're about to see how the Jedi deal with the dark side. Mace Windu, Anakin, Kit Fisto, Ajen Kolar, and Cece Teen storm into Palpatine's office, but are shocked to see that he's not there. The strike team searches the building but finds no trace of him. While searching, Anakin is greeted by another vision, this one clearer than the rest. It's of Padme in her apartment, screaming as blood-red lightsabers begin cutting through the door. Wait, I know where the Chancellor is. He's going after Senator Amidala. This senator? What would Palpatine gain from attacking her? I will explain on the way, but you must trust me. Slowly, the Jedi Masters all nod and follow Anakin. As they move, he explains his secret marriage with the senator and her impending pregnancy. They arrive just in time as they see the doors have been sliced open. The 4 Jedi Masters see Palpatine using the Force to strangle Padme. Palpatine throws the senator towards them, causing them to use the Force to prevent her from falling to the ground. Palpatine takes this opening and leaps forward, but before he can strike, a blue lightsaber flies across the room, forcing the Chancellor to dodge it. Anakin catches the weapon in midair and marches to join the Masters. Snarling in fury, Palpatine whirls at them with his weapons, trying to force the Jedi back. He knows he's in a dangerous situation, as he can't hope to beat the 5 Masters. Anakin rushes forward, howling in anger as he sees what Palpatine is about to do to his wife. The Sith Lord leaps over the Jedi's swings and lunges at the remaining Masters, not wanting to exhaust himself fighting Anakin. He strikes down Ajen Kolar before unleashing his lightning towards Cece Teen, forcing Mace and Kit Fisto to protect their fallen comrade. Anakin tries to attack from behind. Palpatine spins and meets him head-on, their blades moving at blinding speeds as neither one holds back. You fooled me enough, Chancellor. Today I'm going to bring you to justice.
You should have joined me, Skywalker. At the very least, your children would have lived.
The words enrage Anakin, who's momentarily off-balanced in their duel. Kit Fisto attempts to help the younger Jedi, but this is what Palpatine wants, as he then whirls and strikes the Jedi Master on his side. Mace takes his place, and the pair attack Palpatine from either side. These two were an excellent team, forcing Palpatine into a corner. For a moment, it seems they can finish him off, but the Sith Lord draws on the power of the dark side and throws a powerful burst of lightning at Anakin. He attempts to block this attack, but the attack is more powerful than he is anticipating, and Anakin doubles over in pain. Mace tries to help Anakin and block the attack, but this leaves him open for Palpatine. With a single thrust, he drives his weapon right into the Jedi Master's chest. Anakin screams and catches Mace before he hits the ground, causing Palpatine to laugh.
Don't worry, Skywalker. You will be joining him.
Another burst of lightning comes Anakin's way, but this time he's ready for it. His hand comes up and stops the attack. Palpatine's eyes widen as he tries pouring more power into the attack, pushing it closer, locking them into a battle of wills. However, Anakin gains the upper hand and looms over the Chancellor as he turns his attack. Palpatine only gets a moment to see how Anakin stands above him, before his lightsaber flashes and slices his head clean off. With the Chancellor dead, the Jedi expose his plans to the Senate, who revoke all emergency powers and begin electing a new Chancellor. But Palpatine's rise is a sharp wake-up call to the Republic, which has allowed power-hungry men like that to accumulate power, and they begin cracking down on corruption. Fortunately, Padme survives her ordeal with Palpatine in childbirth and becomes one of the main reformers of the Senate. The Jedi's victory is bittersweet, as Mace Windu and Ajen Kolar are killed. They are given a proper burial while the Council convenes on Anakin's fate. Although Anakin broke the Jedi Code, he helped expose Palpatine and is allowed to remain in the Order. While they talk, Anakin shares his own experiences. He admits he was attached to Padme and his mother, but he also explains that this attachment helped him grow as a Jedi, and was what allowed him to let go of his feelings. After seeing how close the Sith were to taking over the galaxy, Yoda recognizes the wisdom of Anakin's words, and realizes that Anakin only became the Chosen One because of his unprecedented experience. Because of that, he decides to resign his position in the Council and allow Anakin to take his place as leader of the Jedi, trusting that he can modernize the Jedi while his wife does the same for the Republic. That's our theory. The Star Wars universe is a galaxy filled with exciting stories and possibilities, and we love exploring them. If you want to accompany us on this journey to a galaxy far, far away, then please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.